Hello beautiful people, welcome to another tutorial. My name is Debbie. I am the creative director of Thydee fashion. In this video I'll be showing you how to make these beautiful and stylish skirts. I have my pencil skirt pattern here. I'll be dropping the link of how to make this pattern in the description box. Now from the dart leg, the first dart leg, I'm going to measure 3 inches. Okay, and this is going to be my new dart allowance. My dart allowance on the pattern already is 1 inch, and I added 2 inches to it, so which means I have new dart allowance of 3 inches. Okay, so the middle of the dart is going to be 1.5. Right from this point, I'm going to measure to the center front, okay, and transfer this measurement to the down part of the dart. Now this is to have a kind of straight line. Of course, I need to balance my dart, and this is what I'm doing. So from this point, the end of the dart, I will come down by 1.5 inches or 1 inch. Now this point is going to be the end of my darts. Okay, the end of my new dart. So now I have a different dart, which is 3 inches, and the length is about 1.5 or 1 inch longer than the normal one. So now I'm drawing my darts. Remember that this dart leg is starting from the end of the original darts. You can see now I have 2 inches extra, and I'm going to add the value to the waistline measurement, so I will extend it by 2 inches. So whatever you borrow, ensure you return. So that's the logic here. So by the time I fold in my dart, I can have my waist measurement back. So that's the idea. Now my width, I'm going to measure it and deduct 2 inches from it. Okay, and after deducting 2 inches, I am extending by that value. Okay, so I think I have 8 inches or so has my new the added measurement. So right now from this very point, I'm going to connect to the new waist line points. Okay, so right now I am going to complete this line with my pattern master. So I have a new side front line. Yeah, so now I have a new width, and I will measure the width of the hemline. Okay, all together I'll measure everything and divide by 3. So I'm dividing by 3. I have this point, so you just measure it and mark it. So from the first dart leg, I'm connecting to the center front on the hemline, and from the same point, the first dart leg, I am connecting to the 1/3 of the hemline width. Okay, so I have a triangle, and I'm using my tracing wheel now. I'm going to use it to flesh it out. If you have a transparent pattern paper, you can just fold your paper and place it on that triangle and trace out. But in this case I don't have, so I needed to transfer this to trace this on a brown paper, the paper under the white paper, as you can see. So that's what I'm doing. I have a paper under it. So taking a look at this picture, you could see that there's a kind of fullness at the hemline of the skirt. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to increase the hemline width. I'm trying to add some fullness to it so that I can pleat it. I can have a kind of pleat style at the hemline. Now this is what I have. So I need another paper folded and incorporated into my original pattern. So you can see the folded edge of the paper is going to be placed on the inner line, while the opened part is going to face the center front of the skirt. All right, now I have my new triangle cutout piece, and I'm going to just cut this line, the first line on the triangle. I'm going to cut it. That is where the fullness is going to take place. Now this is another method that you can use to add fullness to your skirt or to your garments, especially at the hemline. If you don't want to slash and spread, you can make use of this method. So you can see how I'm trying to incorporate this into my original pattern. Pattern making is so flexible. That's why I love it. You discover new things by the time you start being flexible with your patterns. Just try to create something. Okay, so right now I'm going to just connect to the other panel to have my fullness. You can see my fullness begins from the waistline down to the hemline. You can see how lovely it looks. Now I decided to just do this on the cutout for visibility purpose, because I am supposed to use a brown paper or another color of paper for this. Okay, so I think you understand how I came about this. So, you know, folding in, trying to get my pattern back. Can you see the look now? So this is very beautiful and technical as well. Yeah, it's very technical. This is my center front, please don't forget. Okay, so and the next thing to be done is to go to my hemline and just come up by like 1.5 inches. I would advise you do 1.5 inches instead of 1 inch. In this video I did 1 inch and I feel that 1 inch is a bit small, so you can do 1.5, and 2 inches is not bad as well. So then you connect to the rest of the original pattern, and this is what you have. So, and I think I'm done with the front pattern. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to fold in a wider dart. I made a mistake here, you know, I cut it out before folding, but this, I have a little video on how to do this. So don't just fold in your darts first before you trim out. This is so important. Okay, so and this is the right way. This small video I'm showing on, you know, your screen is the right way to fold in a wider dart. Any darts, so you can see the outcome of well folded dart. Can you see the outcome? So do yours that way. All right, so now let's move over to the back pattern. I think that's the next thing. Okay, so now I have extra paper as usual. Now this back pattern is so simple. It's just placing your front pattern on the back and trace it out. Okay, just place it and trace out. Okay, so you don't need any extension, no dart extension, nothing. So it's just the hemline that will be wider. So now I have a new waist line. So you are going to start your measurements or your tracing right from this part down to the hem line. So there's no extra dart allowance at all. So this is just what you will do on the back pattern. You know, you can see that it's very easy. Okay, so after this video, the next video is going to be how to sew the skirts. So I'll be showing you in the next video, so please watch out for that. And right now I think I am good to go. My back pattern is ready. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.